We are live. Look at that. A little quick readjustment of the camera. Can't go wrong with that, can we? God bless everyone. Fucking we are here. Sunday. Beautiful Sunday. It's hot as hell. The beers are cold. Dusty Bogan on Rumble. We're on Rumble, D Live, and YouTube. Pretty much Rumble's the go. I love powers. We're right here. We're gonna, if anyone, I know it's a random stream, 6 people are watching already on Rumble. Jump on the live chat. G'day. G'day. We're right here. I'm gonna add the invitation link and I'm gonna paste that into the Rumble live chat so you can jump in. If you want to jump in just audio, you can tell me your opinion about the chaos, the madness, the stupidity of the voice referendum. It's all gone down. It's fucking gone to hell in a handbasket. We've had a huge win. I mean, what do we do? Censored TV fans, I did 4 episodes probably over the last 6 months about this voice referendum. We spoke to people at church and state conference earlier in the year. We did letterbox drops and banner drops. We went and spoke to Indigenous people in the city. We went to a freedom rally. We went to the No Vote campaign launch. So I had a fucking brilliant time. Really had a brilliant time learning about it, people's concerns on the street, and we made the right decision, Australia. You made the right decision. You fucking beauty. In the process of this shit, like this whole time, I didn't tell anyone what was going on, but remember when I was raising money for the megaphone? I think I did mention it on a live stream. I was probably a stupid thing I did. I was like, yo, donate to the megaphone fund. We're going to buy a new megaphone. And this is what I did. I copied the fucking link from my link tree to my PayPal. I posted on Telegram. Someone said, yo, that link's broken. When I clicked on it, the link from the link was wrong, right? But it also, I realized, like, holy fuck, my website was expired. The URL was expired. Someone quickly bought my URL and blocked me. So my website went down. I went to edit my fucking PayPal on my Linktree, edit the PayPal link because that was wrong. And Linktree had blocked me from my Linktree. And then it was like, I'm telling you, that same day they booted me from TikTok, which had like 5,500 followers, over 1.5 million views over 7 months. So like they actually kind of went after me. I don't know if that was a coordinated fucking attack on the Bogan, but they must have, and I think they didn't like the fucking they didn't like King Bungaree, because when I had my hernia operation, I had 3 weeks off and I was pumping out a lot of fucking King Bungaree clips. They tried to kill King Bungaree, eh? Yeah. Floppy slot. A win for the Christian lobby. It was a fucking win, bro. I'm telling you, what a win. What an amazing win. It's been an amazing win. Way to go, Dusty. Thanks, mate. It feels like, you know what? It does feel like a win, because at the end of the day, you know what? Like, I've campaigned on so many political campaigns with One Nation. I pretty much started making videos and going out with me local Proud Boy chapter with the gay marriage vote years ago. That was 6 years ago. And like, man, we lost and we lost and we've lost and we lost so many fucking times. We lost the gay marriage. We lost. Actually, we volunteered with Malcolm Roberts. We got Malcolm Roberts in the Senate. Then he lost that because he had dual citizenship. He ran for the Queensland state election. He didn't get in. The next federal election, he ran for the Senate, and we got in. So we volunteered on all them. The last state election, I volunteered for a local One Nation candidate. She didn't get anywhere. But this is a win. This is a win. I love volunteering for candidates, political parties, if there is like a referendum or a fucking vote. I love it. I jump on the bandwagon. I have a fucking great time. So this is a big win. It's good. You win some and you lose some. We won this one, and this was so important to win. And we fucking got there. God bless yous. Terry 547, only the ACT voted yes. I know, what fucking scum. And they're like 70% of the ACT is government employees. Probably more. It's probably like fucking 75%. The entire rest of Australia said no. Yeah. We fucking did it, Terry. Terry, we fucking did it, Terry. We fucking did it. Yeah, I reckon they tried to kill King Bungaree. They tried to fuck me up, mate. They tried to silence King Bungaree. At least they did on TikTok. And essentially, you got to remember, howdy from Texas, g'day, ram a butthole. You just can click on if you want to jump on and do an audio, there's a StreamYard link in the fucking Rumble comments section. You can click on that. If you want to jump on, you can come on. You can do a Q&A. You can be like, Dusty Bogan, I want to tell you something. I want to tell you about Bogans. Tell me about something. Tell me about the fucking win. You can jump on the show and just go, you, because you've had a win. You've had a win. You've had a win today, Australia. And you know what? We fucking love abos. I reckon I don't think there was any hatred towards abos. I don't think King Bungaree was any fucking hatred. King Bungaree's the maddest dog. How's fucking going, you cunts? I'll tell you what, I just want to fucking jump on here quickly and celebrate fucking this no vote win. You's done all right for a bunch of fucking heavily vaccinated autistic fucking cunts, who have been bombarded with fucking communist propaganda for the last fucking 40 years. I'll tell you what, you cunts have done fucking good. Thanks, King Bungaree, you fucking legend. We've got a guest jumping on. Rama BH, how you going, brother?
Hey, how's it going? Is this my background? Good. Why can I?
That's your background.
What?
Looks like a lovely background.
Why is my camera? This is weird. I gotta check my settings. Yep, I found it.
Sweet. All good, man.
Yeah, there
Thanks
we go.
For fucking popping on.
Yeah, man. How's it going? How's it been shaking?
Well, it's a good victory we've had in Australia. We've pretty much stopped a potential would have been a guaranteed disaster. This voice would have been terrible for us. It would have been worse for the Indigenous. Like, they were already doing. Look, there's definitely room for improvement for our Indigenous. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is a fact there that they're not doing the best. But fuck, man, they would have made it worse for all of us with this voice.
Well, I'm glad it worked out better, man. I don't got much else to say on that. I've had a few drinks.
Yeah. If you followed like my censored show or what, you would have seen we've been bombarding vote no, vote no, vote no. And,
I've seen that, but I didn't. I've seen a lot of the vote no, but I didn't take the time to really dig into it. To be honest with you, I'm just like, ah. And then with this, the Israeli stuff kicking off, everything's just zeroed onto that. So I'm trying to figure out what they're trying to distract us from.
I think Israel. You wonder if you would probably know this. Was there talk of maybe Ukraine? Like, was there talk of Israel not getting as much military funding from America because the war of Ukraine? Because is that a possibility?
It's so I don't think so in the sense of here's the deal with Ukraine. We are helping them and we're giving them stuff, but we're not flying. We're not doing any of that other hands-on stuff. We're just kind of giving it to them.
Mm.
Israel, they're prepared to drop bombs. They're prepared to. They're going to have two aircraft strike groups, or aircraft carrier strike groups. One's already there, and then one just got deployed. So in about 10 days, 14 days, it'll be there. You
From
know,
America.
yeah, from America. So
Wow.
when it comes to Israel, they're not effing around, and they
Holy
don't,
fuck.
because you know the thing with Ukraine, we're not trying to get our hands messed. We're not trying to get too deep into that.
Yep.
But for some reason, every time
The
we,
lobbying group, the Israeli Jewish
you
lobbying
know,
group in America is so fucking powerful.
what I will say
There's
about the
just no
money,
doubt about it.
I agree. What I will say about the money aspect is, for Israel, it's not that they need money,
Yeah.
uh, obviously, but they need ammunition, hardware, that type of stuff, and
Mm.
obviously backup, because Hezbollah is probably about to get a little more froggier. And then I'm really excited about Iran saying that if you actually go in and invade, like full on, full scale invade, like Israel says they're going to do in the next, they said by next week now that Iran's going to mess around. Like, wow, this is going to get
World War
sporty.
Three, bro. World War Three.
I
It
mean, I've
is.
I've already done I've already done the wars, man. Like, I'm I'm fearful for the future generations.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's fucking epic. I need to give me a minute. I'm just gonna move my camera. I've got all this shit underneath my laptop.
no
And me
worries.
fucking camera's fucking wobbling everywhere. Bang. There we go. We're good. Yeah, mate, I think it's scary shit. Like, I don't think it's like, haven't we learned? We've been in the Middle East for 20 years. We must have fucking rocks in our heads to see, like, it's a no win. What do you win? You don't get $1 a litre fuel. You don't get
Yeah.
cheap. Do we get cheap fuel? Like, what do
I,
we get?
so
What
I
do we
that
get?
that used to be my argument years ago, when people would like protest the war, like back in like the mid 2000s. And it's like, we went there for oil. Like,
Mm,
really, really, dude? Like, if we went there for oil, what did you pay in gas to get here, right? Because
mm, mm.
I'm still paying, $2-3, whatever, like, I mean, I would be okay with you complaining about it if I only had to pay like 50 cents a gallon. Like, oh yeah, you're right, we went there for what? And if I could get 50 cents a gallon gas, I would have gladly gone over there and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, just the hypocrisy knows no bounds. I literally served in the military right before 9/11.
Mm,
Like, my whole career was during the global war on terrorism. Like,
wow.
once they started it and then they declared whatever, I don't know. Nothing's changed, man. It's just a
Mm,
different. It's the same glad hands, and it's the same shit. And
yeah.
when you boil it all down to what it is at the core, they don't ever want to talk about it, but it's kind of unfolding, literally, as the days go by currently. you
Mm,
know all that hate and all that shit, it's been going on for 2,000 years, man. Like, we're
yeah.
we're,
Yeah.
we're not going to fix that.
There's a lot of there's a lot of actual fucking hatred there.
Yeah.
And like the thing is, there's like the theory was that like Saddam wanted to trade oil and fucking gold and the petrodollar was gonna be like destabilized. So they were looking for an excuse to go into Iraq and the Middle East.
Absolutely.
There's that fucking Rothschild central banking system. Like they're like, these are the list of the countries that don't have a national Rothschild banking system, and they're like Iraq, Syria, Libya, Afghanistan, Iran, North Korea, Russia, and then it's like, okay, we've invaded all these countries now. I don't like, is that true? It probably is true. I'd say the petrodollar thing was probably true. You know, you've got did 9/11. It's like this thing. Have you seen this? Like, look, have we seen? I don't know. You've probably seen it. There's an Israeli lady video getting around, and she said she worked on border security. She reckons she's like, I worked on it for 4 years. She would monitor the videos, the surveillance, the
All the
monitoring all
sensors
the
and stuff.
border.
Yeah.
And she's saying like nothing could approach that border without everyone being like fucking ready to rock and roll. Apparently, a bulldozer comes up to the fence, tears it down. Hezbollah guys go across the border. She's out there saying they let this happen. So that might be like 9/11 too. Like, do they let things happen? You know, these things probably genuinely happen, or the guys who are out there, the crazies, want to do this shit, but are they allowed to let it happen so that you can respond? Like, they could argue the same thing with Pearl Harbor. You know what I mean? Like,
Man,
they
I
could have
mean,
stopped Pearl Harbor, but they let it happen so America could get involved, or
it sounds it to me it sounds, and it's not tinfoil hat time, but to me,
Mm.
based on previous knowledge and demonstrated capabilities, I wouldn't put it past them. Um, but I don't think like it wouldn't have been like the people. It would have been like key people on the ground that would have maybe known something, and then the rest of them would have known, because some of them, a lot of them got killed, got captured, like tortured. Like no one's going to sign up for that.
Mm.
So think
Mm.
about the soldiers' boots on the ground. Like, you want me to do what?
Yeah,
Like that
get
guy's
fucking murdered. Like,
right.
you want me
Nah,
to die?
nah. Those dudes do it, and they get 72 virgins. I don't get nothing.
We're
Screw
getting a
you.
bad deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't. I wouldn't put it past them, honestly.
Mm.
Um, I mean, I was kind
They
of
want to
behind.
drop bombs on Iran. Like, Israel apparently wants to drop bombs on the I, Iranian nuclear facilities, wherever enriching uranium for their nuclear
Yeah.
power plants. Like,
And,
that's the
yeah.
sort of
And
general,
yeah.
what I know from reading shit on the internet. But this information's been fucking out there for 20 years. People have been talking about this shit.
Right. And so going back to an earlier statement of what are they trying to distract us from, because
Yeah.
why now?
Mm.
Why now? I mean, you've got different you've got different webs of theory, with like, well, what just happened recently? Well, this $6 billion thing. Well,
Yeah.
but they've also shown none of that money is spent. It's still
Mm.
there.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, I'll buy that. I still don't buy that Iran isn't involved. And now all of a sudden, Iran is coming out being more vocal and approving of it, but they haven't admitted to it, at
Mm.
least
Mm.
not that
Mm.
I am aware
So,
of.
like, even the fact that Biden has done this deal and given Iran 6 billion,
Yeah.
Israel could be like, Biden's a pussy, and Israel's like, we want America to be hard on Iran. We want them to be hard up Iran's ass. We don't want them to take a soft approach. As soon as Biden took that made that deal, Israel's like, fuck this. We need to get a confrontation again to get America back on the scenario, back on fucking. That makes sense.
It does.
Right
It
up.
does. It does. And I mean, this is the first time that I can remember where Israel is, started pretty much a fucking war, and the
Mm.
US is has like this time they're like, the president was asked, and like other people were asked, like, "Hey, are you guys trying to like dissuade them and like trying to like da da da?" It's like, no, we're not. Nope, we're just telling them we're here to help. You know, I'm like, wow, that's kind of interesting. And now the carrier group, 2 carrier groups. You're talking like each one has an aircraft carrier, and then you have destroyers with that, and then you have subs with that, and you have supply. I mean, you have a fucking armada times 2.
Is it
already there?
He's like, I have a mate who's Serbian. Work with him. He's pretty like, he has a real interesting perspective, and it's sort of like, remember when in Ukraine there was that what do they call them? They were military for hire military army guys, and they were like
the contractors,
the contractors, and they were like, the contractors are invading Moscow, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, they left Ukraine, they got all the way up to Moscow, and then right when they're about to go to Moscow, they're like, there's been some kind of deal, and now they've retreated down into Belarus. Right?
Belarus, yep. Yeah, I remember.
Right. So I said, what the fuck's going on, Eddie? And Eddie says, oh, they're playing, this is like common thing they do in Russia. He's like, oh, this is just a show. And he said they needed to move. So he reckons they needed to move the soldiers into Belarus, which is actually right on the doorstep of Kiev. So he's like, this is all bullshit. This is just the all theater. It's all theater to move soldiers into the region. So now you've got all these fucking, mercenary army on the doorstep of Kiev. That's actually what's happened there. And I thought, wow, look, I didn't even know we've got 2 aircraft carriers moving into right into the Mediterranean. So like they might need 1 aircraft carrier for Israel and another one ready to go up to the Black Sea. Like for all we know.
Ukraine who? Like literally, it's only been 7 days or 8 days since this thing started with Israel, and it's like, Ukraine who? I mean, like I haven't heard anything out of Ukraine at all.
Sorry, my kid's on his monitor.
Yeah. I didn't realize. Get off.
You deal. No. Give me 15 minutes.
Get off. I'm not supposed to be here.
My missus just rocked up.
Get off.
Okay, give me 10 minutes.
No. Get off.
Angry.
Get off.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Oh! Getting a domestic violence happening.
There's about to be.
I can't even stop this. Yeah, sweet. I might have to actually go.
Yeah, bro. All right.
Keep the peace. I'll keep the peace. Right. Thanks for coming on. Oh, we had a dude, Agenda 91. What's up, Dusty? Australia has common sense. That was from the Rumble live stream. Thanks, because I said we were going to talk a little bit about the no vote, but we won that. So good. Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
Rama BH, and it is definitely interesting to hear what the fuck's going on with all the shit in Israel and Ukraine, and it's going to be a topic we're going to have to delve into, I'm sure, in the weeks coming up.
Absolutely.
Good to see you, Dusty. Thanks, mate. Sorry, boys. I have family first.
Absolutely.
Thanks, boys. Cheers.
Cheers.